Hey guys, I'm Tammy and welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to a wedding in just over a week. It's a wedding in Italy, so it's going to be really fun. So for the pattern that I'm using the Viki Sews Lucia dress. This is the bodice. I've actually made this pattern before. I made it in a really nice kind of satiny coral fabric. That pattern fits me really well and I just love the look of it. So I think why not make it today, but I'm going to use a different type of fabric. So I bought this fabric from Minerva and it's such a gorgeous satin fabric. Look at that colour. Oh my god, this is gonna look amazing. Let me show you a close-up of the fabric because it's so stunning. So it looks like that. It has so much drape. Honestly, this is gonna look so nice. The dress actually is a maxi length dress, but I might crop it to be a bit more midi. I think I'm gonna do that at the end. I'm gonna go and cut out the pattern out of this fabric. So I've just gone ahead and cut everything out. This is what the bust looks like. Honestly, this fabric moves so nicely. I think this is going to make such a gorgeous wedding dress. So I literally have everything cut out behind me in a big pile, and I've been really good and I've changed the thread on my overlocker because I know I want it to be kind of matching to this darker fabric. I've also changed the needle in my sewing machine to a really thin needle. I think it's number 70, and then I've also changed the stitch length on my machine to 2.5 and the tension is 3 because when you're sewing with lighter weight fabrics you don't want a high tension. Enough with the boring stuff. The first thing we have to do for this dress is actually sew the bust darts. You can see I've marked them with chalk onto the pattern piece. Really easy to sew darts, so I'm just going to sew that now. So I've gone ahead and sewn the bust darts of the dress. This is what it is looking like. I actually just put it on against me in the mirror and it looks really long. I don't remember it being that long last time I made it, so I probably will have to adjust the length of this. But done the bust darts on the front and then also the lining piece of the bodice. And then for the back of the dress, you basically have two pattern pieces that look like this. So it's got like a really deep cut and it goes to the floor. And what they get you to do is you finish the center seam of the skirt on both pattern pieces and then I think you sew them together, which I'm going to do that now. But I absolutely love the choice of this color. It looks really cute. I think it's going to suit me really well. Let's hope this turns out good. Okay, so that bit of the dress is actually really tricky to get it really precise. But yeah, you basically attach that V shape to the back of the dress. And if I just do a close up, that was one side that I sewed. And then you kind of meet at the middle and then you sew the other side as well. And if I open that up, it should give me a really crisp V at the back of the dress, which it does, which is really cool. I'm just gonna press that now to make it look even better. So I've just sewn the side seams of the dress and it's finally coming together. So this is the front and it goes all the way down, and then if I turn it round, the back looks like this. So it has that really gorgeous V detail. I think I'm gonna go and leave it now, have some lunch, come back and then sew the straps. So I'm back from lunch and I ended up just sewing the straps. So now we have 2 really long pieces that are going to be attached on the shoulders. What we need to do now is basically attach the front and back facing together. So this is the front facing where we sewed the bust darts, and then the back facing is the other V that we cut out, and we literally just align them at the side seams and sew them. So a lot's happened in the past hour. I ended up basically just assembling the neckline of the dress, so the straps now are attached to the front and back. And I tried the dress on and realised that the straps are again really long. They're about 4 inches too long, so I had to take that off the length of them. But that is the back of the dress now completed. I did have to sew side darts into the back facing. I actually remembered I did that last time and completely forgot to amend the pattern piece because for some reason it gapes at the side. But I'm really happy with the outcome so far. It looks really good on. The only thing I'm a bit annoyed about is the neckline doesn't lie completely flat, and I did edge stitch the back of the neckline and it looks good here, but when it's on it just slightly rolls over, but I just don't think that's such a big deal. But it looks really cute. I love the colour of this dress. All that we have to do now is basically hang it on a hanger and leave it for about 12 to 24 hours and let the length drop, because we cut it on the bias. You basically want to cut it level after that time period because it might stretch out. So I'm going to go hang it on a hanger and then come back to you probably tomorrow, maybe the day after, and get cutting the length of this dress and then hemming it. So it's the next day and literally I think it is 24 hours. What time is it now? 4:20. So yeah, it's literally been 24 hours since I hung the dress up, and just looking at it, it really hasn't changed at all. I'll show you what it looks like, but I thought it was going to drop at the bottom, which normally happens, but this actually hasn't happened with this fabric. Let me show you what I mean. So this is what the dress looks like. It honestly looks exactly the same as I left it. So the bottom really hasn't dropped at all. The only difference there is when I was sewing the dress, the back for some reason on one side was longer than the front. That didn't happen on the other side. So I'm gonna have to cut that entire thing level and then I'm gonna hem the dress. So the dress now is fully sewn. I honestly love how it's turned out. I'm going to show you what it looks like on me in a moment, but it's gorgeous. This fabric as well is so silky. The camera doesn't really do it justice because you can't really tell. I mean, you can kind of see, look how silky and how the light touches it. It honestly looks like butter. I really enjoyed working with this fabric. It was a bit hard to deal with, but the colour and the way that it presses and everything is just really nice. But let me show you what it looks like on me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing my process of making this wedding guest dress. This is the Lucia dress pattern by Viki Sews. 100% recommend it. Honestly, it's such a gorgeous pattern. I'll leave a link down below on where you can find it, as well as the fabric that I bought for this pattern. Honestly, the green fabric is gorgeous. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week and I'll see you in the next one.